So GPT-4o image generation is one of the best AI models for creating pictures. Not only that it is good at creating new images, it is also good at mimicking the style from one photo or from one style to another, which in this case I'm using it to apply the Studio Ghibli effect to this photo, and this is the result. I think it looks quite realistic, but unfortunately this model GPT-4o image generation is still exclusive on ChatGPT, and if you're using the free version of ChatGPT you can only use it a few times a day, which is quite unfortunate. So if you're running out of the credits, then you have to wait until tomorrow, or maybe subscribe to the Plus or Pro subscription, which is probably not going to be the option that most people would do. But we have an alternative that we can use if you want to enjoy GPT-4o image generation, because Recraft just announced that now GPT-4o is available on their platform, and this model is available this week for everyone on the free plan, so there is no need to pay for anything. Right now they said still it's only available this week, but I'm hoping that this would stay permanently because it's just so good. It's going to be very useful and makes Recraft the platform to be very attractive. Now when I heard this news, I'm quite skeptical because I know GPT-4o is an exclusive model on ChatGPT, but then I just found out that GPT-4o image generation is now called GPT Image 1. So a few days ago, OpenAI has released announcement basically, and they're saying that we have a new image model called GPT Image 1, and now apparently it is just another name of GPT-4o. And it's really surprising because I thought it's a different model. They are similar, but they are different models. But apparently they are actually the same thing. GPT Image 1 is the official name for the image generation capability for GPT-4o. So GPT-4o, GPT Image 1, they are actually the same thing. And yeah, I didn't expect that because I read the announcement and there is no mention about GPT-4o, but hey, it doesn't matter. At least we have a new model that is available via API, and it allows other platforms to actually implement the model. So you can use it, you can use GPT-4o in Recraft AI, although technically it should be GPT Image 1. But regardless, you can navigate to recraft.ai, and I'm going to leave the link in the video description, and then you can navigate to this menu that says create new project. And let me show you how you can use that model when creating images on Recraft AI. So here it is an empty canvas. Let's click image, and you have to select the model that you want to use. So let me try this and click all models and navigate to external, and then here you see that there are 1, 2, 3 options. There is GPT-4o low, medium, and high. Right now medium and high are only available for pro users, and they're actually more expensive. It's taking more credits per generation compared to just one for GPT-4o low. So that's the option that we have at the moment. Let's select that. Alright, so here you can actually start typing the prompt and then adjusting the setting like the aspect ratio, and you can also enable this option and visibility setting, but these two are only available for pro users. Now about the prompt, I actually have prepared some prompts that I'm going to use to create images, and actually have created a few other images on ChatGPT just to make a comparison. But before I create those images, I think I'm going to copy this frame. Oops, sorry about that. I clicked the wrong button there. Alright, so this is one. It's using GPT-4o low, and let me just copy and then paste, and then let's copy again and then paste. So they are actually the same thing. They're using the same model. And now let me just insert the prompt one by one. So this is the prompt. Oops. And this is the prompt. And this is the last prompt. Alright, now I'm going to just zoom out a little bit. I'm going to select all of them, and I'm going to click Recraft 3 images. So this is each one will have a different prompt, but I'm going to create all of them in one go. So let's click Recraft images and just wait until it finishes. Alright, it is done. It is actually quite fast. It was done in less than 30 seconds, all the 3 images. So let's take a look at the first generation. And by the way, for each generation, it will create 2 different pictures. So you can always check which one do you think look the best. So in this case, I would say the first picture, it looks way better compared to the second picture. The woman looks, has weird expression, and she's sitting on the wrong seat on the car. This one is way better, much more realistic, although I can notice a few problems with this picture. If you look closely, there are some details that will give away the illusion, but overall this is a great picture given that it is using the low model. However, let's compare it to the real GPT-4o on ChatGPT, and this is the picture. So I don't know what model, or whether it's using the GPT-4o low, medium, or high on ChatGPT. I have no idea, but I'm speculating here that it's gonna be using the medium. At least that's my speculation based on the quality of the picture. But the problem here is that even though the picture is much more detailed and more coherent, this frame is not going anywhere. This is just not the right way. This is not how car look like. So even though I like the quality of the picture, the details, everything, but this is not correct. So I would say the generation on Recraft is way better here. So let's go with the second option, the second picture. This is a picture of a pair of twins playing chess together, and yeah, it's usually going to be awful. This looks a bit better, but you can tell that the chessboard is kind of melting. The pattern is not there, and this is not any better either. So yeah, usually chess is a bit complicated because there are a lot of things that AI must consider, AI must understand, and this is really doesn't look like chess. So let's compare it to ChatGPT, and this is the result. It is way better. I can still tell that this is not the right way to set up a chess position. It is not going to be something that you can play on real game, but from afar, I think it looks really good. I'm actually expecting the picture to be more like the twin playing against each other, but it's okay. At least we get something that is close to the actual photo. Now let's move on to the final picture. Oh, by the way, I think the generation on ChatGPT is way better than the one on Recraft for this example. The last picture is a girl sitting on a chair looking at the camera holding a painting that shows herself holding a painting of herself. So yeah, at least this and this is enough. But in the middle here, it is not quite recognizable anymore. So how about this one? Okay, it's actually a bit better, although the expression is kind of creepy. And what's unique about it is that the generation on ChatGPT is quite similar, although it's much better when it comes to quality. I was asking it to be just 2 levels deep, but it is creating almost infinitely deeper. So not exactly the one I'm asking for, but the quality is just way better. So overall, I would say the winner is ChatGPT for this picture, maybe because it is using a bigger version of GPT-4o compared to the one on Recraft AI. But given that it's generating 2 pictures at the same time and also it is free, I think it is a decent alternative to ChatGPT when you are running out of credits. So definitely not my #1 option, but again, still very useful. Now the question is, can you use it to edit images? Well, let's find out, because on ChatGPT you can use it to edit images, but how about on Recraft AI? Is it possible to edit images? Well, this is a picture that I uploaded, and I want to change the outfit of the purple color to green, and let's click Recraft. So it should modify the picture, and let's see if it is able to do so. Well, that's not exactly editing, that's definitely changing the picture. Okay, so I don't know why, but it's not exactly what I was asking for. So let me try it again. Apparently the button is not saying modify, it was saying recraft. So this one is called modify image. So hopefully this one will actually edit the image and not replacing the image. But there you go, invalid model has been provided. So GPT-4o on Recraft apparently cannot be used to edit images. So it is only for creating images, and that's one thing that you need to keep in mind. But anyway, I hope you find this video to be useful and maybe giving you some inspiration about the AI tools that you could use to generate images, especially if you want to use the GPT-4o model. So if you find this video to be useful, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.